Bryce Molder turned professional in 2001 after a decorated college career. Since then, he has split time between the PGA Tour and the Nationwide Tour. 2011 was the best year ever for the 32-year-old. He posted 5 top 10 finishes to comfortably secure his PGA Tour card before winning on the main tour for the first time late in the season. The victory at the Fries.com Open locked in a spot at the winners-only Tournament of Champions in Hawaii to start the year.
It's funny starting the year this early. Feels strange, but I'd love to make a habit of it. But no, I mean, knowing that there's everybody in this field has won recently, you know, it's a unique experience.
Molder was able to join some of the biggest stars from 2011 at famed Kapalua for the first time, but it so nearly didn't happen. In his 132nd start on tour, Molder beat Bryce Molder in a marathon 6-hole sudden death playoff.
It hit me later that night when we were celebrating, and you know, when you think back, there's not a lot of chances, except for a few people ever, that get to walk away as champions. And when I was 22 and I came out and I finished 3rd in the first week, I thought, oh, well, this isn't that difficult. And I found out over the course of quite a few years that this is a tough game, and winning and beating everyone in the field is a hard thing to do. And so it took time, even the last month, or even standing here, all of a sudden going, oh, I'm one of those guys. And so it's neat how it catches you. Every once in a while, you'll wake up one morning, you'll be thinking, oh, I won. All right, cool. Now, okay, I know I can do it. Now let's go do it again.
Success at golf's highest level is the latest step in what has been a sometimes difficult journey for the Arizona resident. Bryce's older sister Kelly died suddenly when he was 14, and he has also had to deal with a rare medical disorder, which involved 2 surgeries on his left hand before he was 5 years old.
Yeah, I was born with Poland syndrome, which it can be in a number of forms, but mainly it's usually in a hand. My left hand is a lot smaller than my right. Finger just not as developed, and then I'm also missing my whole left major pectoral muscle. And so, you know, I've never looked at it as a big deal. I think the biggest deal was when I was about 10 or 12, and we're playing games, sports where it's shirts and skins and things like that, and I hated that because at that age you don't want to be different.
Once Bryce took up and quickly became exceptional at golf, the game served 2 purposes. It helped him get a full scholarship at Georgia Tech University, where he was a 4-time first-team All-American, while graduating with a management degree. But it also helped him in a more personal way.
I'm doing a physical activity, and I'm doing it better than most people in the world, and so I really was able to gain some confidence from that, and put it behind me just to where it was, it's nothing. I don't mind talking about it for one reason, just because the platform, if there are kids out there, and I've met other kids out there with the same syndrome, and it's nice to see the look on their face, like, okay, so it's not a handicap, it's not gonna slow me down, keep me from doing what I want to do.
But Molder's quest for another win won't be easy. The PGA Tour is in a state of flux at the moment. In 2011, a host of fresh faces stepped into the void left by an injured and out-of-form Tiger Woods, with names like Keegan Bradley and Charles Schwartzel winning majors.
It was a cool year last year and the year before, because there's some emerging talent, some young talent, some new faces, some new names. I do think that it takes some big names to carry the sport long term. But short term, I think it was fantastic. And then also to watch, for the rest of the world to see Tiger, who we've never known him really to struggle, to really struggle. And it shows that the game is, it's a perfect game. It'll get you at some point, and I expect him to come out the other side as good or better than before. But it gets everyone at some point, and that's what's so great about it.
Molder now heads into 2012 knowing his PGA Tour status is secured for the next 2 years, and now hopes to start adding to his win total on tour. But he also freely admits his development as a player is about more than just his golf swing.
I'm trying to learn to enjoy the biggest stage possible, and get comfortable there. It's taken me a long time, and it's still a lesson I'm learning. My personality doesn't consciously put me in the biggest stage. I'd rather just kind of be over in the shadows a little bit and do what I do. I've even hesitated before saying what I was just saying. I was trying to be a professional athlete. To even say that sounds too, human. But it is what it is. I know that's something I'm getting better at, and that's something I'm trying to learn. And as soon as I really relish that spot, that's when I feel like reach my potential and I'm getting close.